Hello, my name is Lorena Coelho. I am a master esthetician and skincare consulting guru. My passion for acne is what got me into the skincare industry. So I am excited here to share with you some tips and tricks on how to get faster recovery for your skin. I'm sad to say that in the time that I've been in the industry, there's still no cure for acne, but it's important to understand how it works so that you're able to get a little bit more control of it and to get faster recovery. Here you can see the different stages of when a pimple is formed. Every day we shed skin and we also produce oil. It's what lubricates the skin, but what happens is that oil becomes sticky and it sticks with the dead skin, and that's when it starts to clog up the pores. Here's a different way of looking at the acne pimples. I call the whiteheads and the blackheads time bombs because they're hidden underneath the skin. They're very similar to each other except that the whitehead is sealed closed, whereas the blackhead has been exposed to oxygen so it turns it black, but they're pretty much the same thing. Whiteheads are more difficult to get rid of. Blackheads are a little bit easier. But what happens is that the walls break in those pores and then eventually they turn into either a papule or a pustule. Papules and pustules, you can help reduce some of that inflammation and make them go away a little bit faster, but I always tell my clients that those whiteheads and blackheads usually stick around and they do need to be taken out with a facial by having extractions done. If there's one thing for sure, acne does not discriminate age, color, or gender. I've had as young as 11 all the way up until their 80s. I wish I had a crystal ball to give people a better answer, but the reality is there's so many factors that go into this. And being in the industry for this long, I have learned to always assess each person individually because there's not one formula that fits all. Here are some of the products that can address those issues. I will describe them individually because it is important to know how to use them correctly. Some of these products you can use often, and then some of these products you may have to back off because they may be a little bit irritating to the skin. Here is the facial shampoo. This is my most popular cleanser because it's a foaming gel cleanser and that washes away impurities. The skin feels really clean, and it's your everyday cleanser that you can use after exercise. You can use it to wash off makeup. It's pretty much your any time of the day. Okay, now the clear skin polish has biodegradable particles in it that gives it a scrub feel to the skin. It's very important that you use this correctly, and that is to use it in gentle circular motions to allow the benzoyl peroxide to get into the oil and allow the beads to remove the dead skin. If you go back and forth, you can actually scratch the skin and cause like a rash-like reaction. How often you use it? It depends on the skin. I would start off with 3 times a week, just once at night in the shower. If you're extremely oily, try every day, but if your skin gets a little bit dry, back off. But it's always good to start like 3 times a week at night in the shower. Purifying Trio. This has a little bit of mandelic acid and glycolic acid. So what you need to do is apply it onto a cotton pad and then rub it onto the skin, and just to the areas where you tend to have the breakouts. Avoid the smile lines, the chin fold, or any areas that may be on the sensitive side. This is the calming fluid. It's a lightweight moisturizer that actually helps to repair the lipid barrier in the skin. It's also desensitizing. It's very important to use it every night. Even though you don't use it during the day, if you're going to just use a sunscreen during the day, it's always good to use this at night because it helps to soothe the skin so that you're able to use the scrub and the purifying trio. This is the Ultralight SPF 30. It's lightweight, it smells like oranges, it's really nice and pleasant to the skin. It gives you a broad spectrum of UVA, UVB, and it's something that you can use over your calming fluid moisturizer. But if you feel like that's enough, you can just use that during the day and the calming fluid at night. But always make it a habit of using it every day. It's got a pump on it so that's easy to put on your counter, and then reminder to put on every day. And here you go. We have the Via Clear Kit that has a smaller size kit of all the products that we just mentioned before. These products can address the issues of breakouts and faster recovery. But there's more that you can do besides using the products. Icing the skin is very important to help reduce the inflammation. What I usually tell my clients is to fill these little disposable Dixie cups that I buy at the supermarket with either purified water or aloe vera, and then once it's frozen, break it open and then apply the ice directly onto the skin. Of course, hold the towel so it doesn't spill. Drink lots of water, especially in the morning with fresh squeezed lemon juice. Avoid picking. This can cause acne scars and take longer to heal. When getting facials, make sure it's a clinical treatment. You want a facial that includes chemical exfoliation, extractions, and maybe microdermabrasion with a soothing mask. I hope this has brought great information and has shed some light on the struggles of keeping your skin clear from breakouts. If you have any questions, you can always call and make a personal consultation to help you with your personal needs.